to our last training of the semester. We have our schedule out on the table over there for spring. We have a lot of different guest speakers coming, so I hope you guys will check out that schedule. I hope you don't mind, I'm just sitting down.
It's that time of the semester.
Yeah, I thought it would just be more relaxed and just talk about these different tools. All right. Get it in here. So yeah, so that's the URL over there. Let me just pull it up here. And I'm going to start from the bottom and go to the top. And we have 13 different tools or websites to go over. And I'm sure you guys have heard of some of these or a lot of these. So if you have something neat to add about one of these, feel free to just jump in. But one of the first things I want to point out is if you have like music or pictures or something, you're not sure if you can display it on your online course, there's the Fair Use Evaluator. And it's always helpful, and it kind of walks you through an evaluation to make sure that you're like legally within, you know, the law on that. But what I always do, which is really super kind of just quick and easy, is Google Images, and then you go to Search Tools, and you do the ones, you go under Usage Rights, and you only use the images that are labeled for reuse. And so that will really narrow down your search a little bit, but you know if you're posting something on your course, it's going to be okay, and you're not going to get, SMU's not going to get sued or anything like that. So it's kind of a safe way to search for those images. And then I have some links right here, free range stock. They also have free images, and then free music on Creative Commons, Legal Music, and Bensound, and Incompetech. Has anybody used any of those?
I've used free range stock. I found almost nothing of interest there.
Really?
Okay. Almost nothing. Also, I've read the fair use law before, and actually academics have a wide range.
Yeah. We do. We have a little bit more than most others.
Anything you lock behind a learning platform is almost fair game, because that way it's not distributed, it's controlled, there's a chain of custody and who has it. So I don't worry too much about that now that we're working within a learning platform.
Yeah. So no worries on that. So there are some different things. But Zaption, has anybody used Zaption? It's really changing the face of how we're doing online lecturing. And so really it's a way to make interactive video lessons, and they actually call them tours. So I have, let's see, I have an example here. Let's see if I can pull it up. All right.
No, Mom's gonna do the turkey. Yeah, Dad wants the ambrosia, so I guess we gotta get those miniature marshmallows. And I'll do the crescent rolls, and you do the cranberry. You know I can't cook.
I don't understand. I've got a reservation. Do you have my reservation?
Yes, we do. Unfortunately, we ran out of pots.
Full bacon cheeseburger is for a cop.
What's that all about?
You gonna spin it now? No, I was just telling him that so he makes it good.
But the reservation keeps the car here. That's why you have the reservation.
I know why we have reservations.
I don't think you do. If you did, I'd have a car.
So the open sort of forum here says, have you ever had an experience similar to this? If so, explain how you felt and how it was handled. So the student could simply reply, and then they hit play and they go on with the rest of the video.
So we can supply our own videos?
Yeah.
Don't spit in that cop's word.
Yeah, well, I'll see you tomorrow then. Gobble, gobble. Oh, bye-bye.
So I cut it off, obviously, for the next part. So, yeah, this is a video on customer service. So what else has she done that promotes bad customer service? What could she have done differently? So Zaption, basically, the students can answer and respond to your customized video lesson. And it really changes how lectures are being done in online courses, because instead of you just standing there, you know, just you can give an interactive lesson to where they can reply and respond to things that you're talking about. And so it's really quite easy. You just do a lot of drag with the video. And it's free for the basic use of it. On a lot of these sites, the basic use is free, but then if you want all the extra bells and whistles, you're gonna have to pay, a little bit of a membership. But everything that I did here would be absolutely free. And you just use your Google account to do a sign in on it. And students don't have to have accounts to view it or to interact with it. And then after you do it, you can go to analytics to see what your students have done on it and what they have said, and if they've skipped it and they didn't watch it, or skips forward, skips backwards, questions completed, viewers, go here. So these were all of my viewers, and they didn't have accounts. I believe when they went to watch the video, it just asked them to type in what name they wanted to be known by or something like that. Somebody, which was probably my husband, chose to be anonymous. So, so they can choose that too. But anyway, and then responses, it makes a word cloud out of the responses, but then you can go down and see their direct responses with the student's name.
So how did you, did you just go out and search the video clips?
Yeah, you can do that. If you have a certain video you want to pull from YouTube, it works really good with YouTube. And you don't have to use one video. You can chop up one video and just take a piece of it. This was actually a much larger video, and I just, used a certain part of it. You can use multiple videos and put it together for one video. Let's see.
You have to put your video on YouTube first, or can you just upload it, or how does that work?
This video on YouTube? Or what do you
Suppose I
see?
make my own
Your
MP4
sources.
video, and I want to use this. Do I have to upload it to YouTube first and then reference it?
Yeah, because I don't think you can make your video here. So yeah, upload it from YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah. And
I'll
then,
upgrade. Let's
see. There was one other thing I was going to talk about. One person can use their login and add all of the group's various YouTube videos. Like if you wanted like a group to do one together, because like I said, you can add multiple videos into one video. So students could all contribute their video together for one big video, something like that. So it also embeds nicely into Moodle. So you could just embed it right there into your Moodle course. So I really enjoyed using that. There's one more. You see where all the bars are? That's where all the interaction is. So you know when something's coming up. And so they have sort of a quiz in there. And so, so there's a lot you can do, but then, like I said, if you up your membership to beyond the basic, you can do a lot, even more. So, pretty neat. All right, so the next thing on the list is sorry, I lost my list. It's gone. There it is. Okay. So the next one on the list is, this one's Zamzar. It's just simply a video file converter. So if you have, your file as an MP4, but you need it into something else, this is very simple and easy to use. I loved it at one time simply for converting my URL YouTube videos into MP4s, but I think YouTube has put a stop to that. So they won't let you do that anymore in here. But it's great for any other kind of file conversion, really. So, All right, next thing on the list, VTube tools. You can remove commercials from your YouTube videos, and you can also loop it and do some other tricks with it. Has anybody used VTube tools before? Okay, so what you would do is, that's just a tutorial up there. You go down here, you paste your YouTube URL right here, and then you just check what you want it to do with these little boxes. And so if you want to take out those commercials, it's worded a little differently. Let's see, it says display related videos, no, and that will take out the commercials. Then it gives you a new URL, and voila, you have a video to put in your course or embed in your course, and it will not show the YouTube videos, commercials. And I know Laura uses that all the time for her course, so works pretty well. Then we have Tube Chop. Tube Chop, does anybody use that in here? Yeah, it's pretty simple. I know you use it for aesthetics a lot. You just put the URL in here, and then you can chop out any piece of the video, and it's really simple and fast and quick. So, like that. All right, next one on the list is TED-Ed. TED-Ed's really similar to Zaption, and we did a training on that not too long ago. Does anybody use TED-Ed? So what TED-Ed does, and these are some of the videos I've made. Yes, she's kissing a raccoon. I love raccoons. Sorry. So it basically does the same thing, but you can use TED Talks instead of just YouTube, like with Zaption. And you can use YouTube on this, you can use TED Talks, you can even use other TED-Ed videos that people have created. You don't have, all of your content does not have to be original. And you can put quizzes in there, and you can put links in there and link them to websites and articles. And this is a little one I made on the web right here. So they go through watch, and then they go through think, and it gives them questions, like a quiz that goes with the video. And if they get it wrong, it'll tell them like at what minute the answer can be found, so they can go back and watch it and figure it out. Then there's Dig Deeper, where you have them do more of an open response discussion. It's a forum for the video. And then finally is like a closing thought that you leave them with. So I'll go ahead and play it, a little bit of it.
Have you ever wondered how the internet actually works? When you're chatting on your smartphone with grandma, or playing an online video game, or sending an email to a friend, the internet can feel like magic. But understanding how the internet works is critical, especially when policymakers are considering net neutrality rules that could dramatically change your internet experience. So let's go deep inside the internet and take a look at what's actually happening. Internet traffic is divided into parcels of data called packets.
Okay, so the difference between this and Zaption will actually stop the video, and the student has to stop and think about it and do the quiz or whatever. This one just lets them watch the whole video and then go to the think portion and do the quiz. But then, like I said, it reminds them of the minute where whatever it is was discussed, and they can go back on it. So that's kind of the difference on that. TED-Ed is totally free for educators. It gives you a link that you can share. The students don't have to have a login to watch this, but they will want to do it to participate in your quiz if you're wanting to see their results. But if you just want them to watch the video and make it more like a study type of deal, they don't have to have a login. Okay, so then there's Study Stack. Has anybody in here used Study Stack? No? Okay, so Study Stack is, it's great.
Oh yeah, I have used it.
Okay, so yeah, so it's like all of these different study tools, like flashcards and even games like Hangman and things like that. And the great part about it is, again, you don't have to create the content yourself. Look at all of the different subjects and things that are already out there that you can use. And you can sign up with your Facebook account. It's free, and it also embeds into Moodle. So like in your Moodle course, you could just have these flashcards sitting there for them to study with. They don't have to go to this website or anything like that. So that's why I like it. It kind of makes it sort of fun. It brings a fun element to it. Okay, and then there's Storybird. Has anybody used this before? No? So it's really great for collaborative projects. They sort of just make, it's more than just a book, but they can put all kinds of imagery and all kinds of words into what we call a storybook, but it can be like a presentation, especially for history. I mean, they could recount something in history, and it allows them, I think this is the one that allows them to sort of create a group, and then it gives them a login, and they can all go in on that login and create something together. So let me have sort of a little video on this.
A teacher once told us that Storybird doesn't smell like learning. And I love that quote, because it sums up how we design Storybird to work. It's inspirational. It's beautiful. It's lightweight and easy to use. It's social. It draws you in, and before you know it, you're writing. And you're sharing your work with others. And it's making you stronger at both, about being able to tell stories and being able to understand and appreciate them.
So I know in the video it's just showing, younger elementary kids, but they are using this in higher ed. It's, like I said, it's great for online collaboration projects. I had to use it actually in a class, a professional development class. They were using it, so it's good. All of us were using it together. So it's free, completely free for your students. You create a group, you can create a classroom and make assignments, and the students just log in and they see their assignment or their project, and they just collaborate on it. So there is a tutorial here if you're thinking about making an assignment. This last one right here tells you how to make it a collaboration project, of course. Then there's Screencastify. I think we all know that one, but I had to have it on the list. So it's great for making your screencasts and your videos, and it automatically uploads to YouTube and Google Drive. Does anybody have questions about that one? Okay. Then there's Remind. Remind is great, and Mike was just talking about this one last week. You can send out 140 character text to your students, reminding them about quizzes, exams, events, and you do it all through never exchanging phone numbers. So it's just basically that's what it is. It's kind of an app that does that.
My Plano school districts use it.
Yep.
A lot of schools, and that's where my grandkids go. And so when I was down there a few weeks ago, and the parents log into it too.
Mm-hmm.
So the parents get the same text about notebook homework reminders, or the parents can check on the child's grade or their progress through this whole system. So for public ed, that's one of the advantages. That you wouldn't use that here, I don't think. I would hope not.
This is Remind. It helps teachers like Elena save time by keeping her students engaged and on track. It lets David extend learning beyond the classroom walls without sharing any phone numbers. With Remind, Michael can stay on top of any last-minute changes with instant communication. Bill can encourage his players. Amanda can focus on the students that need her most. And effectively collaborate with their parents.
So this could also be something that you suggest to students that are in group projects together and they're weary about, this other person online. They don't know who they are. They don't want to give them their contact information. You could just simply say, hey, there's the Remind app, and you never have to figure that out. Then there's Quizlet. Quizlet is very similar to StudyStack, but I like it a little bit more. Let's see. So this is, again, another free, I was already logged in. You just sign in with your Google account, and it's completely free. And so I've made one for research terminology. And so you can do flashcards, and then you can do learn, more like a quiz, speller, test, scatter, and gravity. So again, there's study tools that they embed nicely into Moodle. And I just kind of like the look and feel of Quizlet a little bit better than Study Stack. Okay. And then, does anybody use Quizlet in here? I'm just curious. No? Okay. Padlet. I love Padlet. It's a virtual wall where you can pin text, images, videos, documents from any device. And that's why a lot of classrooms are using them. Has anybody used this one, Padlet, before? I'll tell you what it's great for. It's great for those students that sort of sit at the back of the class and are afraid to speak up in class. This is absolutely great for them because you can be anonymous and still speak up with Padlet. So here's a board that I created. And it actually has an extension in Google. So see this little icon right here? That's Padlet. So I would just click on that to get to my Padlet. But you create all of these different boards. And so this one, I'm having people or students pin questions that they have about the assignment. So, sometimes, sitting in class and asking a question about the assignment, you might feel, they might feel intimidated or feel like it's a stupid question. But if they could type it anonymously on the board, they might speak up. And then you can also do videos, you can do images, you can do articles. You can use this as an icebreaker for your course. You can use it as, what was the other thing? Polling. You can poll them on something through this. And you can they can all watch all the answers just pop up, and you don't know who said what. You can have them like good old Gwen Hackler. She put her name on that one.
And then you just put your name.
Yeah. So, but it's fairly easy, and all you do is when you create it, you get the link up here, and you send the link out to them, and they just go and they start pinning. And so, let's see. So the students do not have to have an account. You just give them the link. That's all there is to it. They don't have to log in or anything like that. This guy
Assalamu alaikum. Hi.
Sorry.
Today we're going to look at a really cool tool that you can use for your learning and teaching and connecting with your students. And it's called Padlet. Basically, Padlet provides you a blank wall to post links, images, text, and files in very flexible ways. So let's go to Padlet.com to find out what this tool can do. Okay, when you get to Padlet.com, this is what you will see. And basically, you don't need any login, don't need any username and password to actually start. You can just click and you can build a wall. But I do recommend having an account if you want to use it strategically so that you can manage your walls and get a few additional features. Okay, so you just need to click build the wall. So I'm going to click build the wall. I've already created a wall, so I just want to show you an example. So here you have a wall, and you can see all the posts are here very nicely. And what is really nice, you can move them around. You can add videos, as I mentioned. This one I've added video, and the thumbnail comes out, and you can put all sorts of things. Okay, so I'm going to show an example. As say that we're using it for ice breaking, or we want to get the students to know each other, we can ask them to post a picture of themselves. That's what I'm going to do. So I just need to double click. You see, I just double click, and you can add the links. You can add files up to 25 megabytes, and you can add a photo. Let's just add a photo. Flash, you have to allow, obviously. So there I am, looking so cool. So I just have to wear sunglasses and say, "Yo." Okay, there we go. And then you can just start adding your name. Maybe ask the students to put something about themselves. So I can just say who or what. Not really like who or what or not. Okay, there we go. And when it's finished, you can move around. So students could actually upload the pictures about that and then talk about themselves. Here's another great example how Padlet can be used for teaching and learning. Here's an English teacher says, word of the day is fascinate. And basically here it says, make a sentence with this word and post it here. Remember to put your name on the post. Since they don't log in, we don't know who it is. So the students posted their name and they wrote a sentence with that word. And then other students can see what other students have written, which is
Okay, so just so you can get the gist of it, you can use it for all types of activities. You can have one board that you create at the beginning of the semester, and people post like their favorite things that they've learned throughout the semester on it, and just keep it, to look at for everyone to look at. Or you can post things for them, and you can just have them keep the board up, videos and articles and things like that. So Padlet is fun. I like that. And then the next thing is Kahoot. It's a free game-based learning platform that you can use from any device. So it's really fun. Have you guys seen it or used it?
Yeah, I've used it in one of our presentations. It's pretty fun.
Yeah? Oh, awesome. So you can, it's kind of like being on a game show. You can make it like that, or you can use it like for polling. So just to see what it looks like, let's do this right here. Went to a Google training, and we actually, this is what they use. The Google trainer used this. So just so you know, it's not little kids that are just using this. But see, they have iPads, they have laptops, they have phones. It works on anything. So that's the leaderboard. You can see everybody that's logged into your game. They get this little pin code. They're so excited. And they just plug in that pin code, and when they plug that in, they get, choose A, B, or C for this question. And the minute they choose it, it pops up on your big screen. Classroom.
I was sitting here in my class with college kids, so they act the same way.
I was going to say, was it different?
They're just as competitive, not more so.
It's so much more fun than just sitting there taking a little paper quiz, isn't it? Come on.
Please get
Yeah.
And it's on a timer, so yeah, it's kind of fun. You're going to beat the timer and all that stuff. Makes it exciting. And then the second tutorial here, it really tells you, that was more to show you what it looks like. The second tutorial right there will tell you step by step how to set it up and everything. So if you're interested in doing that, make sure you watch that second one. Okay, so the last thing on the list is easily creating infographics. Have any of you ever used this one by any chance? You can do maps, you can do all kinds of things, really. There was let's see, so you can give it like as an assignment and tell students, I want to see this, this, and this in the infographic. Let's say it's a marketing class and you're wanting them to maybe put together an advertisement or something like that. Watch this. This, you just sign up with your Gmail account. And it allows you to do groups inside of it, so it's super easy for collaboration projects. that you can put links in there, and so you can have them show where they're getting their research from, and not just making up these percentages, you know.